Hey, the beat go off?
Hey, hey, I up it, then my heat go off. Bang! I heard.
Now y'all be sure to like this video and turn those notifications on because I'm gonna keep plugging y'all in and make sure y'all have everything y'all need when it comes to this game. And I am still adding people to the private IG, so follow or send a follow request if you want to get in because you know y'all can get those exclusive plugs if you make it in. Not to mention more updates in the future. Now today what I want to show y'all and what I want to emphasize on are the hot zones for your main MyPLAYER. Now we know the Demigod glitch. If you do that, you can get your badges, you can get your attributes, you can upgrade your tendencies, and you can upgrade your hot zones. But I know a lot of y'all want to put that on y'all main player, and y'all might want them to stick. Now I know a lot of y'all know that 2K had that update that absolutely ruined the hot zone hunter badge, and I'm gonna tell y'all about that as well. But if you don't know how to do the steps, be sure to watch this video. I will put the link in the pinned comment because this is the best way to do the Demigod glitch because you can reapply your badges pretty much at any time as long as you do it correctly. Now keep in mind, this is a 60 overall player that has already been exposed to the Demigod glitch. So he knows, this player right here knows how it works. You feel what I'm saying? So what I want to show y'all is my hot zones, and I want to explain to y'all how the hot zones work and how they worked previously. Now previously, if you got your hot zones in my career, they would work for every single game mode. And that was fire, especially for people like me because I went to my career, I spent the day and I grinded and I got all my hot zones, right? And I was being lazy at first. I was like, man, I'm not trying to play my career no more. I have all my badges. I'm a 99. I don't like playing my career. I don't want to play that no more. So one day I sucked it up and I was just like, man, I'm finna get all my hot spots, bro. And I put Hot Zone Hunter on Hall of Fame for the first time. And then my player became absolutely unstoppable. But as you can see there, no hot zones right there on my player. They don't show up. They will not show up on this glitch. So just because you don't see them doesn't mean you don't have them. Now, back to what I was saying. So I get Hot Zone Hunter and I basically start greening way more than I was already greening. You know what I mean? Because I had every single hot spot. So if you have every single hot spot and every single hot zone, then you have a boost for every single shot that you take on Hall of Fame. So one day out of the blue, some people at 2K woke up, got out of their beds, decided to go to work, have a meeting about Hot Zone Hunter, and they decided that, you know what, let's just take it away from everybody without saying nothing. They're just going to go to the park one day, and I had no hot spots. And as you can see, this player has all the hot zones right now. Now, when I showed y'all those hot zones on that chart, you didn't see them. But you do have them for every game mode. You know what I'm saying? For at least, I'm saying y'all, for at least one game. Because I know some people have been saying that their hot zones have been sticking. Some people have been saying that they don't. And I want to explain to y'all why some of y'all hot zones might be sticking and why some of y'all hot zones might not be sticking. And you know what? I'll put the steps at the end of the video as well so y'all can see it. But all y'all got to do is do exactly as I was doing right there, man. But I know, like y'all said, since I've already made videos explaining how to do this type of stuff, that you can just go watch those videos when I give y'all a full explanation, step by step. So don't y'all worry. Now, the next thing that I will do with my MyPLAYER is go to the My Court. Because if you go to the My Court, you can see some of your hot zones as well. Because from that chart, you cannot see them. Now, the thing about hot zones is that no matter what you say, no matter what you do, they aren't necessarily permanent because they are based off of your last 25 games in my career, in park, and rec. Now, before that weird update where they ruined the badge, they didn't really ruin the badge, but they just ruined the way that the hot zones were applied. Let me not mistake that because the badge Hot Zone Hunter is a fire badge if you do have all of your hot zones. But if you don't have all of your hot zones, then it's not as effective. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So basically, I had retired from my career. I had got my hot zones in my career. I had all of them. So if I never play another my career game, I'd have my hot zones forever. I'd have all my hot zones forever. But now, since the update, the park games, the red games, the my career games are based off of every 25 games that you play. Your hot zones are based off of your last 25 games. So if you have a bad game, or not necessarily a bad game, but if your shot percentage falls out of a certain range that doesn't apply for the hot zone, you'll lose that hot zone. It may be a neutral spot. You may even start to get cold spots because they update after your last 25 games. And if your hot spots are based off of your last 25 games, it will be somewhat difficult to get every hot spot in the park, especially because you'd pretty much have to shoot from like everywhere above like 50-60% from the field based off your last 25 games in the park, rec, and my career. Now, my career, that's not bad, that's not easy. You can put the game on 12-minute quarters. You can just go shoot from any spot. But in the park or the rec, where you can't just necessarily pull from certain spots at any time because you know that's not going to be the best shot, that's not going to work. It's not going to be easy to get every single hot zone without this glitch. Now, as you can see, once again, you can reapply or re-edit your MyPLAYER's attributes and stats pretty much whenever you want if you do the glitch this way from the beginning. That's why it's better than just joining on a friend's park. You know what I'm saying? You can just select the My Player after you create a roster. Go to playbook, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then just hit B or circle on PS4 and then load up on the player. And you'll be able to come in here and quick edit your player and put the badges on, the hot zones on, all that good stuff. Now, the good thing is, after every game, if for some reason you were to lose a hot zone that you didn't already have, you could just reapply all your hot zones and have them back. And this does work in every game mode from Park, Rec, and My Career. That's why I want to show y'all this on a 60 overall player that I don't play with, because if I showed y'all on a My Player that I play with, then I already have on my hot zone, so y'all wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But if I start a game up with the 60 overall player, you can see there's like 2 games in the season, maybe 1 game in the season, and you go to My Career and you see all the hot zones, you'll see for yourself that the hot zones are activating. So if you do this on your main player, you should be fine, you know what I'm saying? And this will even help you get hot zones if you do it, you know what I'm saying? It will help you have legitimate hot zones if you put it on your player, even if it does not stick for you. Because like I said, I know some people it does stick, but that kind of just depends on where your hot zones are and where you're standing in the park. That's player by player, you know? Now, as a disclaimer in this video, don't y'all worry about the shooting that this My Player is doing out here. Not really, you know what I'm saying? Because for one, he has on Hall of Fame, quick draw, not used to that. He's not used to that. Doesn't have on the proper jump shot, not used to that, you know what I'm saying? But if you pay attention and you look under his feet at those red triangles, every time he has the ball in his hands, all of those spots are red. Every single spot on that court is red in the hot zones, just like in the My Court y'all seen. So as y'all can see, the hot zones are sticking to the player for at least the game, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, this is based off of your last 25 games. After you play one game, depending on how you shoot, they may or may not go away. So it definitely just depends on how your player is. Now, like I said, some people said they stuck permanently. And I could believe that. Some people said that they went away after a game, but then they came back. It's just too many factors that goes into that, because I don't know what hot zones y'all already have. If y'all already have most of y'all hot zones, then it may appear that it worked out for you, you know what I'm saying? But if y'all don't have many hot zones, then, you know what I'm saying, it may look like it reset. But this is definitely a for sure way to get back to the post-update where My Career was the way to get all your hot zones, because 2K just had to find a way to take something away that we love, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I literally got on the park one day. Next thing I know, I got cold spots. I was shocked. I got my bro in the party looking at me sideways because I'm not greening what I usually green. I mean, like, I'm like, bro, look, I don't have hot zone hunter for some reason. I'm like, I don't got no hot zones. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, is my game tripping? I'm thinking I gotta quit the game out, read dashboard or something. This is before I knew that the update did that. I'm just like, bro, I ain't got no hot zones. I usually have hot zones right here. I'm pulling my limitless shots, you know, limitless range, Hall of Fame, hot zone hunter. That's, you know, that's greens right there. But when you ain't got no hot zone hunter, then your green window changes drastically. Like when you have that, it's more generous to give you greens. So, you know, you don't have to be as specific with the jump shot. So when you do have it for all this time and then they wanted to just take it away, you pretty much have to relearn your jump shot, especially when you're a point guard. I mean, think about that. This is not coming off Hall of Fame catch and shoots. These aren't catch and shoots right here. That's hot zone hunter. That's the bonus you're going to get, you know, when you're shooting off the dribble. Now, one thing I did notice for my career, guys, because I wasn't finna sit here and play this whole game just so y'all can see some high zones. Y'all get the point. Y'all seen the high zones. When I simmed out, right? After I simmed out of the My Career game, without finishing the game, the high zones were still on my player, so they did stick. Now, I'm not saying, but at the same time, when I first started this video up, y'all seen my high zones at the beginning of the video, and I had already played on this player before, so they did stick. As far as My Career goes, I will show y'all the hot zones right after this game. Now, I'm not saying you have to sim for them to stick, but I'm just saying from what I've seen in my trial, they remained intact. But also after I simmed out, the attributes and stuff remained intact as well. So I know usually you have to reset those, but if your attributes stay intact, maybe if you sim after every game, you'll be able to keep your attributes, your badges, and your hot zones. But definitely the hot zones were still there. And I know most of y'all want this just for Park and Rec. Once you initially apply to your My Player, it should be there. But like I said, I know a lot of different people are having a lot of different experience. Some say it's permanent. Some say it stayed for one game. You know what I'm saying? Just do it as you want with that. But like I said, it's nothing for you to come back and reapply the high zones if it did stick for one game. Or maybe if it does go away and it come back, that could work for you. Maybe it's based off of how you're actually shooting while you don't have all your high zones, you know? Now, y'all already know I definitely can show y'all the glitch of how to get them. But I can't go out there and hoop for y'all and make y'all green and get them hot zones. That's on y'all, you know what I'm saying? Now, of course, y'all know the attributes are not going to translate to the park, but the hot zones and the badges will. So y'all will have every single hot zone and every single badge after at least one park game. But like I said, for some of y'all, hopefully it sticks. If it doesn't, just try it again. If it doesn't, you can always reapply it. But that is how you get the hot zones on your main character. And as you can see, if you go to the hot zone chart, you will not see them, but they will be there for every game mode. But anyways, man, if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button, turn those notifications on. Until next time, man, Denski out.